Hey everybody, welcome to Home with the Halsteads. Today I want to bring you up to date on a project that Doug and I are about to endeavor in, and it involves our home and obviously my little cooking show that all of you are so sweet to watch. And so I just wanted to let you know what we're going to be doing the next 2 or 3 weeks. I will not be in the kitchen, unfortunately. If I can, I will, but probably not. But what we have decided to do is to paint the interior of our home, and we decided to do the whole house from top to bottom. So it's going to involve a lot of work to get everything prepped and ready for the painters to come in, and we're going to do the ceilings, the trim work, all of the shutters, the baseboards, the walls. So like I said, it's going to be from top to bottom. So my house is going to be upside down, but we're excited about it. And I'm going to make videos showing you how we progress as we move along. But I want to talk to you just a minute about how we decided to do this. Doug had been wanting to paint for 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. And I just put it off and put it off. I did not want to tackle it. I didn't think that it needed it. But we have lived here in our home for almost 13 years, and the house was 5 years old when we purchased it. So some of the woodwork hasn't been painted in 18 years. It still looks great. However, the wood is dry, and you can begin to see in certain spots where the white is beginning to yellow. So I know that we need to paint. Now, the color on the walls, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when we moved here, we did repaint a portion of the house, but the rest of it are the original colors. And y'all, they still look wonderful. So when you start to paint, there's a lot to be done, a lot to consider. And as you can tell, we have put a lot of thought into this. I wanted to share just a little bit about the process, and then we'll get started and I'll show you where we're going to start and how we're going to progress with it, hopefully. So the first thing that we did when I said, okay, it's time to paint, I went to the paint store and I began to look at colors, and I picked out a couple, and I had the store manager order 2 sample cans, and he mixed up the paint and I brought it home. And I thought, this'll work. Well, I got to thinking about it, and y'all, Doug and I love warm colors. We aren't trendy. Whatever is trending, we don't necessarily go with that. We go with what we love and what we enjoy. So I brought it home, and then I began to doubt myself. And I thought, and I'm not the best in the world at coordinating colors. I'll be the first to admit that. But I knew that I did not want to, and I was not going to change any of my furniture, any of my fabrics. So I had to be sure that I got the right colors. So I asked at the paint store if they had an interior decorator, and they referred me to one. Well, y'all, I am very, very hesitant to spend money hiring someone like an interior decorator. But I will tell you that that is the best money that I have spent so far in this project, because, like I said, I am not the best at choosing colors, and someone who has experience, someone who is kind and easy to work with, they know texture, they know lighting, they know what colors coordinate with each other, tones, they know all of that. And so I am so glad that I did that. And what we did, we're trying to coordinate everything before we got started with the project. So we knew that we wanted to paint. We knew that we had to choose our colors. We knew that we had to contact a painter and get some quotes. And then we went ahead and picked out our carpet that we're going to use in the 2 bedrooms downstairs. And we went to the carpet store to get a quote on the carpet and to see if it was in stock, how long it would take to get here, so that when we start, we'll have everything hopefully coordinated and we can move right along. So there's a lot to be done when you enter into a project like this. Hopefully we are doing it right. I hope we are, because it certainly cost a lot of money. But I also wanted to tell you this, and this is me personally, not that I'm giving advice, but I will tell you that when you start to tackle a big project like this, the first thing that you need to do is to pray about it and know that it's the right timing, that it's the right thing to do. You need to prepare yourself, first of all, emotionally, physically, because Doug and I are having to do a lot of the work. We're going to do a lot of the work. We're going to empty out our closets. We're going to empty out our pantry. We're going to move all of our personal belongings. We're going to take everything off the furniture. And the painters and the carpet guys, they'll move the furniture. But we have to do all the other. And you can't leave it on there. You have to move it. It's like moving. It's like downsizing or moving. So not only do you have to prepare yourself physically to do that, I think you have to prepare yourself financially. So emotionally, you have to be prepared. Physically, you have to be prepared. Financially, you have to be prepared. And I certainly would add in spiritually. So you don't want to just jump into a project without praying about it and knowing that it's the right timing and the right thing to do for you and your husband. And another important thing to do is to be in agreement. See, Doug wanted to paint 5 years ago. I didn't want to paint. So now I want to paint and he wants to paint. So hopefully it's going to be a great experience. So I'll bring you along in the process and show you some of the work. I won't show you every little thing, obviously. But we're excited about it. I hope you'll be as excited for us as we are. And we'll get started. And the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to take you in our bedroom. That's where they're getting started. We wanted to do our bedroom, our bathroom, and our master closet so that we can move back in. And that's a very important area to us. So I've always said when you move to a new home, if you get your bathroom and your clothes set up, your bed, your bedroom, that area, and your kitchen, then you can figure the other out as you go along. So anyway, let's get started and I'll show you just a little bit of what we're doing and where we are. And then I'll do another video in a couple of days and I'll show you the progress that we've made. We're dividing our project up into phases, and our first phase is to redo our master bedroom and our master bath and closet. So they have started to prep, and I'll show you as we come through what we're doing. Now we're going to replace the carpet. So what they decided to do was just to cut the carpet from around the baseboard. You can see here. And the reason for doing that is because they need to make sure that they get all of the baseboard painted as far down, not knowing how thick the new carpet might be and the padding. So because we are replacing it, we just decided to go ahead and let them cut around it, making it easier for them, and so that they don't have to come back once they get finished. Now, the walls, the color is going to be different. So I'm just going to show you, y'all, it is a wreck. So that's the reason that it's so important to plan, to be coordinated, and be in agreement with your spouse or your significant other or your roommate, whoever you are living with or share a home with. So this is what our ceiling looks like, and we'll be painting all of the woodwork. They are prepping. They have the can lights. They've taped those. And you can see, y'all, all of my bedroom furniture is kind of pushed to the center. Now, when we start to lay the carpet, they'll have to break down all of this furniture and take it out of the room. And this is a really big, big room. On the windows, we have plantation shutters, and they've taken those down, and they're going to take them off site and spray those. So this is our bedroom, and again, the walls will be a different color as well as the ceiling. We're going with Chantilly white, semi-gloss on the woodwork, on all the trim, and on the ceiling, we'll use a flat white, and it'll be the same color, Chantilly white. These are silk arrangements that I have throughout my house And I'm going to take these to a local florist and have them cleaned and refurbished where necessary. I don't think there's much refurbishing, adding or taking out that needs to be done. But you know how dust gets on these, and I use the computer cleaner, and I did a video on that, and that works well, but sometimes over a period of years, the dust just settles in, and there's just no way to get it out by just blowing it off. So I'm going to take these again to a local florist and have them clean them for me, and then when we get finished with our painting and putting the carpet down and we'll begin to put things back together, then these will be ready to be put back in place. Okay, that's a wrap for today's video, for today's update on our project. So let me know in the comments what you think. Are we headed in the right direction? Right now we've got a mess, but I promise you it'll all come together. And one thing that I didn't add at the beginning of the video was to tell you that you need a lot of patience. A lot of patience when you embark on a project like this. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Thank you for watching Home with the Halsteads, and let's move right along.